Welcome everybody as you're joining. Good to see you all. We'll go ahead and get started in just a minute, I think. Everybody's all set.
Can you all hear just a little bit of music? Okay. It's not too loud?
Great. I'm in the fitness center and all I hear is fitness center music. So I'll turn your music up a little louder. All right, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to UMW. We are so happy to have you all here as admitted students and guests joining us this evening. We are in the meeting module of Zoom, and I know it looks like you all are very proficient with this already. So you've turned your cameras off, you've muted yourselves, and we ask that you continue to do that if you don't want to be seen or heard. As far as questions go, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We'll be leaving time at the end to answer questions, but if we see your questions in the chat box as we're kind of moving through that, then we'll make those specific sections and areas, we'll be sure to include it along with that section. So before we get started showing you all around Campus Rec and answering questions and telling you a little bit about the fun programs and services we offer, we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. We've got a team of wonderful students here that help with all things campus recreation. And so I'll go ahead and get started. And I figure we can just share maybe our name and our title, the area that we work with, and maybe what or how we got involved with Campus Rec. What was the thing that drew us into campus recreation? So I'll start. My name is Kelly Shannon. I'm the director of Campus Rec. I've been here at UMW for about 6 years, but in Campus Rec for ever since I was in college. And I would say what got me involved in recreation, I've always been super interested in finding fun ways to move my body and to stay active. So while I was in college, I got involved in teaching group fitness classes. Was my first, actually taking group fitness classes was my first experience, and then teaching group fitness classes was my next experience. So I'll go ahead and pass it over to Carolyn.
Hi, everybody. My name is Carolyn Rouse. I just graduated undergrad last year, class of 2020 at Mary Washington. I majored in creative writing, and this year I'm in the education master's program. So almost done with that as well. I got into campus recreation first. First thing I knew I wanted to do was I wanted to join a club sport. And so I decided to join women's club soccer. And from there, one of my teammates taught a group fitness class that she was like, hey guys, you should come check this out. And so we went to that class every week. And that's sort of how I got into group fitness and then became an instructor. I played intramurals throughout all my time in campus rec. Just lots of positive experiences in campus rec. But yeah.
Kenya, you want to go next?
Sure. Hi, I'm Kenya Carter. I am a sophomore here as a communication digital studies major and journalism minor. I'm the student coordinator for our intramural sports here at Campus Rec. What got me into Campus Rec was I did a summer program, and one of the classes was through Campus Rec, and I enjoyed it ever since then. I knew that I wanted to continue to play sports and be involved on campus, but not play like a varsity sport. So intramural was the good program for me, and ever since then, I've been sticking with it. And I love being part of Campus Rec.
It was so fun meeting you as a brand new freshman, Kenya.
Yes.
Jelly, do you mind going next?
Hi everyone, I'm Jelly. I'm a senior here at Mary Washington, majoring in sociology and minoring in sports management and business administration. I'm the marketing coordinator here at UMW, and how I got into Campus Rec is that as one of my required things for sports management minor was to do a internship that kind of related to sports. And so Campus Rec offered me an internship, and that was the Giving Day internship. And we'll talk more about that later. But then ever since then, I like love the community that Campus Rec has, the just like everyone loving each other and everything like that. So I decided that I wanted to be more involved, and so that's how I became the marketing coordinator.
Yay, thanks, Jelly. Kaylee, you're up next.
Awesome. My name is Kaylee. I am currently a graduate student at UMW, earning my master's in business administration. I got my undergrad in English with a minor in business admin, and I graduated like Carolyn in spring of 2020. So I liked it so much I stuck around. One second, my phone is ringing and it's being loud, but give me half a second. I'm going to mute it.
Thanks, Kaylee. Becca, you can jump. Oh, no, Kaylee was really,
I'm back.
it was
my phone's
really
right
a
there.
half a second. You were super fast. I was going to let Becca go. Go ahead. You finish up and then we'll let Becca
Okay.
go.
So like Carolyn, I started out playing club soccer my freshman year. I had played all through high school and played travel soccer, and I wanted the more structure. So it was great to have practice 3 times a week and play games. And then I became a group fitness instructor my junior year. Actually, I think I became a group fitness instructor my senior year, but one of our teammates had told us about working at the gym. So my sophomore year, I started working at the fitness center as an attendant. After a year, I was promoted to supervisor. And then April of last year, I was promoted to facility operations graduate coordinator. So right now I oversee the fitness center, all of our attendants, our pool, our lifeguards, and then all of our recreation spaces. So I handle the reservations and making sure that there's not 2 different teams who want the same space at the same time. So that's what I do right now.
Awesome. Thanks, Kaylee. Becca, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Becca. I am a junior communication and digital studies major, and I'm the outdoor recreation coordinator here for Campus Rec. And I got involved my freshman year with Campus Rec through club sports, and I decided to play club lacrosse. And I loved it so much. And then the next year, my sophomore year, I saw a job posting for the outdoor recreation student coordinator, and I didn't have any experience or anything, but it just sounded like something I'd be super interested in. And I'd like heard a lot of awesome things about working for Campus Rec, so I definitely was interested in working for them. And I was lucky enough to get the job. And I love it. My job is to like plan outdoor trips and handle rentals. So working for Campus Rec has just been like an awesome experience overall.
Awesome. Thanks so much, y'all. I think it's great to give a little bit of context to tell these folks what you all are involved in and how you all got to where you are now. So I'm going to take you on just a quick overview of all things campus recreation, and then we're going to go into the tour of the facilities and talk a little bit more specifically about each of our program areas and what kind of services we offer to the students here while you're at UMW. So Campus Rec tends to serve as a resource to UMW. It improves the lives of students, faculty, staff, community, by offering engaging programs. The goal of all of these programs is to boost social, physical, and mental well-being. And so a lot of times folks will focus on the physical well-being components because that's what we do when we're at the gym or when we're playing a sport. But the social components that go along with finding new friends through play and on teams and in employment is really one of the things that we hear our students talk about so frequently. And same thing with regard to mental well-being. A lot of our students and our staff talk about how it helps keep them grounded, and after a busy day, it really is one of their most kind of looked forward to activities or outlets. So we provide students a wide variety and fun ways to move their body, create engaging educational opportunities, and improve their understanding of well-being. And we do this in a variety of different ways. We offer great on-campus job opportunities for students, and we currently have over 80 student staff working. We also, as Jelly mentioned, offer internships for our students to create more learning opportunities and get experience in different ways. We'll talk definitely more about all of the different ways that you can be employed within Campus Rec toward the end of our presentation. So throughout our time together tonight, you'll hear more about intramurals and sport clubs, group fitness, outdoor adventures, aquatics, and facilities. And we'll show you how to sign up for all of these things. We'll talk to you about how to participate in a group fitness class. You'll talk about ways that you could sign up to do a guided trip or utilize our rental center for outdoor recreation, our pool's open rec hours, and coming to the gym. If you're not already following us on social media, I definitely recommend going ahead and doing that now. It's a great place to get all of the information and updates. You can follow us at UMW Campus Rec on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter too, I think, right, Jelly? Jelly is showing you the front of the fitness center, which is at the very end of Campus Walk as you're walking past the Hurley Convergence Center. So there's the Hurley Convergence Center and the library, and yeah, Jepson is over to this side there as well. So the front of the fitness center, these are the front doors of the fitness center, and you can, it looks so great. Such a beautiful day for a live tour. So related to the social media, yes, go ahead and make sure that you're following us. It's a great way to find out about the special events and application deadlines, updates, and everything else related to recreation and well-being. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kaylee, who's going to tell you a little bit more about the fitness center. And I'll be close by in case you have any thoughts or questions.
Okay, so currently Jelly is showing you the first thing you'll see when you walk into the gym. This is currently our setup. I'll walk you through kind of what check-in is like currently. These procedures may change based on how the pandemic shifts, but currently this is how things are working. We're hoping things might change for you when you come in the fall. But currently everyone is required to wear a mask to the gym. If you don't have one, we do have disposable masks at the front desk that you can ask our staff for. Every morning, staff and students are sent an Eagle Health survey. So you have to do a daily attestation to say that you don't have any symptoms, and it allows you to access the buildings. So it checks for COVID symptoms, basically. So we ask all people who want to come into the gym to screenshot their daily attestation on their phones, and you'll show it to the welcome desk staff when you enter. The other thing you need is your Eagle One ID card. So this is something that you'll have. It'll get you your meals, it'll get you into your buildings, and this is how you swipe into the gym. You can use your ID card to rent free equipment like weightlifting belts, resistance loops, and barbell pads at the front desk too. And if you forget it, there's no worries. You're allowed to forget it once a semester. Once you have shown your daily attestation, you've swiped yourself in, our staff will ask you to grab a spray bottle and a microfiber cloth. All patrons, which is what you'll be when you're in the gym, are asked to wipe down their equipment before and after use, and also to social distance while they are working out. You saw a little bit, if you see someone in a red Campus Rec polo, that is our fitness center staff, and they would be more than happy to help you figure out how to use the equipment or just answer any general questions you have. Okay, so this is our lobby area. A fun fact, the fitness center is free for you to use when you pay your tuitions and fees. So the gym fee is included in those fees that you pay when you go to school. So there's no additional cost to use this fitness center. To your right, you see the cycle studio. Currently, it is our storage space, as that area is a little bit too small to hold cycle classes and properly social distance. Jelly will show you where the cycle classes are being held in just a little bit. This studio has a painted mural of downtown Fredericksburg with all of the well-known buildings, specifically Carl's. That's the favorite ice cream place in the springtime. So Jelly is going to walk you up the stairs, and we're going to move to the cardio floor. So this cardio floor, all of our cardio machines are on a 3-year rental basis. So you'll be coming in right towards the end, but your sophomore year, you'll get brand new equipment, which is always really exciting. as you can see, some things are taped off for proper social distancing, but we do have a lot of equipment that's available to use right now. Some of our favorite machines are treadmills and ellipticals, and even recumbent bikes have TV screens. So you can have a bike path or something where you can log into your Netflix and watch Netflix from the treadmill, which is really cool. So that's the back wall. A lot of our ellipticals, we have our Stairmasters. And then along the front wall that overlooks the rest of the gym, we have a whole wall of TVs. So that way you can pick and choose which piece of equipment you'd like to use based on what TV station is on. So you can always find something that you like to watch. Okay. So currently everything is distanced to have 6 feet. This is our exit. And Jelly's just going to walk us down the stairs to get us to the strength floor. Okay, Jelly, if you wouldn't mind panning. So currently this is our strength and flexibility floor. So we have a lot of our machines available for use. Jelly, if you wouldn't mind turning around and showing that free weight area. Okay, so we have individual workout stations over here. You have 2 different types of mats to make it really comfortable if you want to do core exercises or just to watch your form while you're doing it. We have 2 sets of equipment so that way you don't have to share with anyone else. As you can see, it's a pretty popular area, and we have other individual workout stations throughout the gym that you can bring equipment to. Okay. We have a lot of bench presses. I think Jelly's just going to walk you around so you can see what we have. All of our equipment, all of our big machines are based in pods. Okay, right now we are at the Olympic lifting floor. So this is the one area in the gym that has reinforced flooring. So if you do like to deadlift or do anything where you need to drop those weights, that is the one place in the gym where you can do that and not worry about damaging the floor. Okay, this is our strength rig. So we have in a non-COVID year, we would have 6 places available for you to squat or bench press. We have 4 open right now. So we have, if you notice, there's blue tape. Those are the areas that are properly distanced for you to work out. You can see that there's monkey bars up there. That is a great place to do pull-ups or to just have fun on the monkey bars. This is traditionally where our TRX bands are hanging from. Right now, we don't have them up just because there are a lot of porous surfaces, but hopefully that's something that we can have available for use in the fall. So Jelly's showing you all of these areas. As you notice, we have blue flooring and then we also have gray flooring. So that gray floor is kept clear of all equipment at any time because that is our handicap accessible area. So that is a clear path to be able to move around freely. We have selectorized equipment set up in circuits for easy workouts. So that basically that means our machines are grouped together based off of muscle group. And also ease of machine. That way you can start off in pod 1 using some of the more beginner-friendly workouts and beginner-friendly equipment. And then you can move your way over to things that are a little bit more complicated to use. All of our machines do have pictures on them that shows you what muscle group you're using. So if you ever have any questions about where you're supposed to feel that exercise, it'll show you where on your body you're supposed to feel that. The machines also have QR codes that you can scan, which will give you more information about that. Okay. We also have another free weight area. These are our less colorful dumbbells, but it is a great place. And as you can see, people really like to use those mirrors to be able to see themselves while they work out. Okay. Jelly is going to, so that's That's the overview. Jelly is going to walk us towards Gulrich, and I'll hand it over to Becca to talk about outdoor adventures.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about our outdoor adventures and what Outdoor Rec has to offer. So what you just saw at the end there, Jelly was showing you some of the equipment we have for rental. And I'll be talking a little bit about that later, about exactly how to go about renting stuff. So we have a number of opportunities to participate in outdoor adventures, and typically our outdoor adventures will be held by trained trip leaders who will take one of our campus vans to the trip destination. And this year we weren't able to plan a ton of trips to certain locations within driving distance due to van restrictions and COVID guidelines. But our trip leaders will take attendance of everyone on the trip before we leave campus and throughout the day, and also once we arrive back to campus, just to make sure everyone is safe and accounted for. And after registering for a trip, you will receive a specific itinerary for the day, as well as a packing list of what might be important. And what Kaylee is showing you right now is our SOAR program website, where we have on the main campus recreation website. And so once a year following freshman orientation, Outdoor Rec hosts the SOAR program, which allows new UMW students to create connections with incoming students in an exciting outdoor retreat. And this event typically takes place at Eagle Lake Outpost, which has a beautiful lake for fishing and boating, and it's not too far from campus. But this year, the event will likely take place on campus due to COVID guidelines. We likely won't be able to host it at Eagle Outpost this year. But our student trip leaders will be leading this adventure, and we hope to see some of you there this summer. But if you want more information on that, you can check out this website that Kaylee is showing you right now. And so in a little bit, Kaylee is going to show you our Outdoor Adventures website, which includes some extra information on our outdoor trips. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been limited in the types of trips we've been able to host. And however, some of our past trips have included sunset paddleboarding and tubing on the Rappahannock River, as well as hiking Old Rag in Shenandoah, indoor rock climbing, whitewater rafting, caving, and we also participated in a Leave No Trace workshop at Falmouth Beach. This year we were able to plan some virtual events, such as a movie showing of Free Solo and a Build Your Own mini terrarium workshop. But we're looking forward to doing some more exciting things as this pandemic kind of gears towards an end. And so next, Kaylee is going to help me show you guys how to register for an outdoor trip. So to register for a trip, you'll log on to the Campus Rec website, which Kaylee is on right now, and so you want to log in with your UMW Net ID and password, which some of you might have, some of you might not have that already. So you want to log in with that, and then you want to scroll down and find outdoor programs. And then you will select the trip that you'd like to participate in. Currently, this is one that was active and planned for a couple weeks ago. And so our outdoor trips will be heavily advertised on the UMW Campus Rec Instagram account, as well as appear in SAE weekly emails, which you guys will get once you log into your UMW accounts. So if you're ever curious about planned or upcoming events, feel free to reach out to Campus Rec directly about things you may be interested in. And then also, once you have registered for a trip, you will reach the payment confirmation page, and you want to make sure that you get that confirmation page to ensure that you're good to go. And so next, Kaylee is gonna pull up our rental information. And right now on this page, you can access a spreadsheet that has some of our current pricing and current items that we have available. So in addition to our outdoor programs, we also offer a number of items available for rent for a small daily fee. And some of these items include backpacks, tents, flashlights, sleeping bags, and even more. So to rent these items, you will email Campus Rec 2 to 3 days prior to your desired pickup with and also include your desired drop-off date and a little bit of other information that is listed there. Once you email Campus Rec, you'll get a confirmation email with all your information. So you just want to make sure you get that so you know you're signed up. And lastly, Kaylee is going to help pull up our outdoor rec page that has some extra information. So if you're looking to participate in some fun outdoor activities, but we don't have a trip plan that day, you can go check out this outdoor rec website, and we have a list of resources. Here you can find links to local attractions, some suggested apps and websites, as well as outdoor tips and tricks, outdoor safety resources, as well as some preparation guides. So thank you guys for listening to this outdoor rec spiel, and I hope that some of you guys will get involved with outdoor rec next semester. And now I think we're going to turn it to Kaylee, who's going to give you some information on Goal Rec Hall.
Yes. Okay. So what Jelly is showing you right now is our auxiliary gym. So Goal Rec is attached to the fitness center, and it was founded in 1969. This building is home to our 2 basketball courts, our pool, 2 dance studios, classrooms, and varsity athletic offices and training rooms. Okay, let's see. So the aux gym, Jelly, if you wouldn't mind panning to where we have our cycle bikes. So this is currently where all of our cycle classes and some group fitness classes are held. This basketball court in a traditional semester is open for open recreation use. You would be able to rent a basketball at the front desk using your Eagle One ID card, and you can come here and shoot around with your friends or just practice on your own. Currently, sport clubs use this area for practice. Varsity sports also use that. You see that we have a batting cage, so that is where some varsity athletics comes in when their fields are a little bit too wet to use, so they use this auxiliary gym. As you can see, we have blue tape down. It marks off our group fitness spaces. Right now, there are 10 people to a class, including the instructor. This is where our some intramural games are held here, but boxing club uses this space, cheer club uses this, color guard, and also fencing. As you can see, there's some equipment, there's some boxing things. So this is our aux gym. And Jelly is going to walk you towards our locker rooms. So we also have locker rooms and lockers available for rent in a traditional semester. So we also have something called a towel service. So towel service, you can either rent a towel for 1 day for $1, or if you would like to shower after a workout, or you would like to have a towel to put between yourself and the equipment, you are able to rent out a towel for a week, a month, a semester, the entire academic year, whatever you would like. It does provide a discount versus just renting it for $1 every single time that you come into the gym. Jelly is now at the top of our pool. So our Goal Rec pool is 6 lanes and has 179,000 gallons. This space is used for our varsity and club swim practices and their meets, specific individual exercise classes, and open recreational swim for the UMW community. The hours for open rec swim vary depending on the varsity and club sport schedule, in addition to the availability of our lifeguards. This space in the past has been rented out to other swim teams in the community and for other events. I will hand it over now to Carolyn to talk about the dance studios.
Yes, so Jelly is on her way there. That hallway to your right is where the pool is. So you just walk all the way down that long hallway, and we're about to get to the dance studios. This is where we have Fitness classes, normally in a semester when there's no COVID, they'll be hosted back here. Dance clubs, so PAC, Performing Arts Company, is one club that practices back here. Eagle Bhangra, the UMW Breakers, which is a break dancing club. So if that's something that you're interested in, there's also free studio time. So sometimes people come in and they'll practice there. Hey, Jelly. And then like I said, normally fitness classes will be back there, and there'll be yoga mats outside, and there's a bunch of equipment back there, including dumbbells and straps to help enhance your workout. You can sign up for our group fitness classes on our website, like we were showing earlier. When Becca was talking about outdoor recreation, you would go to that same website, except you would click group fitness classes or fitness classes, and then that's how you'd sign up. This is our current schedule. As you can see, we have classes in the Aux Gym, which Kaylee had mentioned earlier, classes on Zoom. So if you're still not comfortable going to the gym in person, we have classes available there. And then we also do offer classes outside sometimes, depending on if the day's nice or not. That's when it's really important to follow our Instagram, because that's usually where we'll blast that announcement. And usually the group fitness class has been, in the past and looking in the future, $10 for the whole year, which is pretty good, considering a lot of other gym memberships cost sometimes upwards of $50 or so for a month. $10 for the whole year, and you can go any classes, cycle, yoga. We have lots of HIIT classes as well. I teach bar, as you can see, on Saturdays on Zoom. So if there's a class that we offer and you have that pass, you're able to go to it. Jelly's in the courtyard right now, which is where we have those classes when they're outside. So the instructor would stand up where she is, and then the participants down there. So that way they're properly socially distanced. Let's see, yeah. And now she's heading in towards the main gym, which we're going to start talking now about more about intramurals and sport clubs. Kenya, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
As she's walking to the gym.
Okay. Okay. All right. So for intramural, we usually have some of our games into the main gym area, which that she will show you pretty soon. Sports that we hold in there are basketball, volleyball, and indoor soccer. This we yes, we have intramural games in there and sports clubs practices in there as well. So has she gotten in there yet?
I think she's still on the way.
Okay.
There she is.
She's getting the lights turned on.
All right. I don't want to like get ahead of myself. I'm just trying to.
You're good.
Yes. So as you can see in there, we just have it separate. So we have a wall in between, so we could divide the courts into two. So if we have a sports club practice going on, they use court 1, or if we have like an intramurals game going on, they use like court 2. As of right now, we're only allowing 10 people at a time, including the staff for intramurals, to go with the regulation for COVID and MMDC. Yes. Carolyn, do you want to talk a little bit more about the sports club activities as well?
Sure, yeah. So we have indoor sport clubs as well, which are the typical indoor sports like basketball, volleyball. We'll practice in this main gym, as well as fencing, I believe. And at some points we've had group fitness classes up here if for some reason the studio was closed and we wanted to keep them inside. But yeah, like Kenya said, it's mainly used for intramurals. At least the schedule usually goes 5 p.m. to like 8 p.m. is sport club practice, and then 8 p.m. and later is when we have the games. And one great thing about intramurals is it's for any skill level, which so are our sport clubs, but intramurals, there's no practices. So I'm really not that great at flag football. I'm pretty terrible at it, but I joined a team and I played, and it was still a lot of fun. So if you're just looking for something to do with your friends, not too serious, intramurals is a great option. Jelly is right now in the process of walking down to our campus rec field. Yep, she's heading down the stairs now, which is right near our Alvey parking deck. This is actually where graduation is going to be hosted this year, so that way we're socially distant. But it's where all of our outdoor group fitness or outdoor sport club practices are held. It's on Alvey Drive, so if you're looking for it on a map, that's what it would be. We host games here as well as tournaments. We also host outdoor intramural sports, which Kenya can talk about more. And there's portable spectator bleachers. So if you have someone coming to watch a sport club game, I know my parents always came to watch you play soccer. So there's places to sit. There's player benches as well, guest and home. So we're able to host people effectively. Restrooms right nearby in a building, not a porta potty. So that's pretty nice. And then there's a storage building. So each club gets a key and they unlock their equipment. There she is. Yes. It's a beautiful day too to be looking at right now. I believe so. It's 6:30. So one practice just ended and another started. If they're out there, sometimes clubs cancel for various reasons. But Kenya, did you want to go more into intramural sports out on the campus rec field?
So a little bit more about intramural is like Carolyn said, is no experience necessary. You could just go with your peers and just make a team, or you could just go as a free agent and sign up just for fun. It's for intramural, we like our normal sports are usually flag football, which we have on the campus rec field, kickball, got beach volleyball that's going to show you the sand beach and a few. And then we have we tried soccer, tennis as well, and outdoor soccer. But with COVID going on, we have been trying to do like mainly social distancing sports, as in like soccer, tennis, and beach volleyball, and kickball. So she's going to head towards the sand beach, and that's where we have our beach volleyball, which is pretty new this year for us. Other sports that we have been including is the 5K and a mileage challenge, which is very popular this year. We do that both virtual and in person. So for people that's like at home, they can also participate as well and just to stay engaged with us. For intramural, we have pop-up events. So sometimes we may have like a one-day event. Could be like kickball. It could be like a dodgeball for students to participate in. Let's see. Our leagues are women's, men's, and co-ed. So it's no limitations. You could just join whichever you want. And then for our seasons, we're trying to do by month. So it's gonna be like 4-week long seasons as well. And the shared screen is going to show you a little bit of like the intramural. It's kind of the same with how you sign up like for sports club. You just like go and then you click registration for intramural, and the passes are typically $10. This year has been free because we're trying to get more participation and more people to be engaged with us for intramural. Hopefully we may start doing the passes. We're not entirely sure as of right now. But to keep more update for sports and more events and signing up, we'll be having like posts on our Instagram page and also on our Campus Rec website.
I was going to share my screen on that, but it does not want to load. Carolyn will start talking about sport clubs and how you can get into contact with them.
Yes, so Kaylee's going to pull it up, and we try to keep these as updated as possible. Some clubs have just an email that they use all the time and pass off to officers, so it won't change. But here's the list of all our sport clubs. You can add a sport club if you want, and I know a lot of schools say that, but we definitely do. Football 7v7 was just added this past year. What else? Men's hockey was also recently added within the last 2 years. So if you have a sport club and you have enough members, the running club, they were added just this past year as well. So if there's a sport club you want to create, we have the resources for you to do that. So there's their emails and their Instagram if they have one. A lot of times you can reach out to them on Instagram through DM, or you can email them, whichever works. I know a lot of people like to email over the summer and just get a feel for what each specific club does. Generally, though, each club is given 3 practice slots a week. So 3 practices, whether that's mandatory or not, is up to each individual sport club. There's no cuts. So if you want to join a new sport or try a new sport, you're able to. I know some clubs, personally soccer, what we did was each roster for the game was different, and they chose the rosters based on skill, if you were coming to practice or not, things like that. And I know a lot of other sport clubs do that. They're like, if you want to play in this game, you have to be at this practice. So you're allowed to go to practice. Whether or not you play in the game might be dependent on how often you go to that sport club. So no cuts. If you want to join a club, you can join a club. Let's see. Yeah, each club, I will say, it depends on how many games or meets they go to each semester, based on the leadership, but generally they play like 5 to 10 games a semester. Just like I said, depending on which club you're in.
Hey, Carolyn, do you want to talk about Club Carnival and how you can find out about first practices of the year?
Yes, I almost forgot about Club Carnival because it's been a little different this year due to COVID. We weren't normally Club Carnival's a super fun big event where all the clubs, not even just sport clubs, but all clubs in general, get to go on campus, and they have a booth set up and you sign up your name just for information. I signed up, I think, for like 15 or so clubs. So you really can just sign up with no commitment, just getting information about the clubs. And so all the sport clubs are at Club Carnival, as well as intramural sports and a campus rec table in general. So hopefully we're able to do a more normalized Club Carnival coming up. When you sign up, there usually will be an interest meeting. They'll tell you about their club, what they do specifically. Each club has their own dues that they have to pay. I know hockey, I think they have the most expensive dues just based on they have a lot of equipment and they got to reserve the ice. So based on your club, there'll be a certain amount of dues, but usually they're pretty manageable from what I have seen. But you'll hear information about the club and then you can sign up and go to practice. And again, a lot of the times, if you're not feeling that sport in particular, or you want to join a different sport club, you're able to do that. So no commitment necessary.
Okay, and I think Kelly was going to speak more about some of our other events that we do throughout the year, just so you can kind of get to know what we do other than all of these program areas. We also do programming events for members of the UMW community. So, Kelly?
Yeah, definitely. As everybody has had an opportunity to share in their program areas, if y'all have questions, just a reminder to drop them in the chat. We will have a few minutes here at the end for y'all to unmute and participate if you'd like to. I wanted to reiterate the fact that Campus Rec really does strive to offer something for everyone. And so when we're planning our programming and we're thinking about all of the different things that we do offer, we are really working to collaborate with a variety of different offices across campus. We're working to create fun and different ways to engage, whether that is electronically and virtually, maybe it's gamifying things or participating in gaming. We've done a lot of different hybrid participant type programming where maybe there's a little bit of group fitness mixed with a little bit of outdoor rec, or a field day where it's kind of just like nostalgic and fun and an opportunity to spend time outside. Some of our programming has been educational in nature, like a ladies lift night where we've closed down the gym to other participants and opened it up just to those who would like to learn a little bit more about the basics of lifting and in an environment where they don't have to be thinking about other things, where they just have an opportunity to really focus and ask questions that are really geared specifically toward them. This past year, we did it virtually with a variety of different workshops on things like body image and safe lifting techniques for a variety of different lifts. So let me think. Let's see. What else have I forgotten about programming? I think that might be most of it, but I'm sure we've probably left at least a handful of gaps. We do pride ourselves on trying to offer something for everyone. We really truly believe that Campus Rec provides a fun and educational experience for those who are participating. And we've noticed too, and this is through data that has been collected, that individuals who participate on a regular basis tend to have more academic success, more retention as far as like ability to graduate and ability to stick with it throughout their college years because of the involvement that they've had with their friends and in activities that improve their well-being. Certainly the camaraderie that has been that folks experience when they're participating in Campus Rec activities is something I think that probably attributes to. And then also just, finding friends and building community. So anyway, we really thank you all for coming and hearing about all of the different programs. I do want to turn it over to Jelly. She's going to tell you all a little bit more about ways that you might be able to get involved as an employee within Campus Rec. So there's a wide variety of different options. And as long as she has had an opportunity to return from her adventures as the tour guide, I will go ahead and turn it over to her.
Yeah, I was running around everywhere, but
you were. You're killing it. Great job.
It was fun though. I liked that. I was able to do that. So yeah, I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about the careers that you can have here. I personally have had a bunch of different careers in Campus Rec. One of them being at the fitness center. I was a facility attendant last semester. And usually there's 2 hiring periods, once a semester. And if you miss the fall application deadline, but submitted an application, your application will be at the top for the spring hiring. So don't feel like, you missed out, because there's always going to be the next semester that you're able to be hired. Attendance with 1 plus semester of experience can be internally promoted to a supervisor. And I know a lot of people look forward to that, because that's a way that they can get some leadership experience and something that they can add to, their resume and anything like that. And when it comes to any of these careers, any of these jobs, the marketing team, we get all of these different ideas from the coordinators, and we post it on our social medias. We make graphics for it so that people do know about it, because I know it can be kind of, not as put out there when it's just on the website and we want to promote it. So we typically make graphics and we put it all over, the school. We put it on like the TVs. We put it like Becca had mentioned SAE newsletter, which you'll be able to have. So just things like that, you'll never miss knowing about like the opportunities that you can have here at Campus Rec. You can also be a lifeguard, and this is typically as needed, but it happens, we try to hire once or twice a year. It can either be regularly scheduled, or like if you just want to be a sub, that's totally fine as well. Another thing that we offer, which I know Kaylee and Carolyn had mentioned that they are group fitness instructors. And if you're actually already certified, you can just email Campus Rec and set up an audition. And then that's just like a kind of like faster way to get to be a group fitness instructor if you already have that certification. But if you don't, and you're still interested in becoming a group fitness instructor, we offer group fitness courses, which are offered every semester. And we typically meet twice a week for an hour. Topics discussed and demonstrate different formats of group fitness that we offer. So cycle, bar, HIIT, a variety. So you can just choose whichever one like speaks to you. This course goes further than just demonstrating formats. They also discuss nutrition, anatomy, responsibilities, etc. At the end of the course, participants will be able to audition and be added to the group fitness program. So it's kind of like a nice way to ease into being that, if that's something that you definitely want to do. You can also become an intramural official, and those are the people that typically obviously officiate, so refs for the intramural sports, and this we typically hire 2 hiring periods once a semester, or when needed. Job positions include being a scorekeeper or referee. Applicants do not need any experience with sports, but they will go in training accordingly. We also have outdoor rec trip leaders. Typically, this is also a 2 hiring period once a semester, or when needed, of course. And the outdoor trip leaders' responsibilities are to ensure the execution, safety, and success of all outdoor adventures. We'll travel with patrons to the locations to explore and engage in active adventures, both outdoor and indoor. Applicants do not need to have previous experience leading trips, so that's another plus. So some internships that you can have is the marketing internship, which I oversee the marketing intern. So as marketing coordinator, we also tend to do a 2-period hiring once a semester. We tend to hire, I've had from 3 up to 6 marketing interns per semester. And this is actually academic credit. So if you need something, to fulfill some sort of credit for your major, your minor, this is a great opportunity. Marketing interns include graphic design intern, communication intern, photography and videography intern. The marketing coordinator, as well as pro staff members, oversee the team. And then we occasionally hire a Giving Day intern in the spring, which I was able to do last year. And how I got that opportunity was able to have me become a marketing coordinator. So you definitely can grow within even just an internship. And lastly, student coordinators. So that is what we all are, student coordinators, or graduate assistants, which Kaylee and Carolyn are. These student leaders work under a graduate coordinator and directly supervise student staff in all of the Campus Rec program areas we just mentioned. The student coordinators assist in the hiring process, coordinate daily operations and activities for their program areas, and plan departmental and university-wide events for members of the UMW community. So we definitely have something for everyone in terms of hiring as well. So if you just want something, to get to know more people, I would say like the facility attendant is a great way. People fall in love with Campus Rec by becoming facility attendants. And there's so many ways that you can actually like move up, become a supervisor, and then some of the supervisors actually become coordinators. So it's definitely a place where you can grow in leadership and friendships and so much more.
So Jelly was talking all about these positions. If you go to the Campus Rec website, you're able to read job descriptions. But if you want to officially apply for any of these jobs, there is a link. You just click apply here, and it will take you to this careers website. You can look for more than just campus recreation jobs here, but you go through and you're able to look for the type of job. So as you can see, we have a whole bunch of different jobs. Right here, we have our outdoor adventures trip leader. So you'll be able to find any job from Campus Rec that you want. I did put the link to that. There's also a whole bunch of other links in there. Our amazing marketing team has created a virtual gym tour. So if you want to take a closer look at the machines and the other spaces, you can do that on your own time if you'd like. I'm going to stop screen sharing right now.
Excellent. Does anybody have any thoughts or questions? How early can incoming freshmen have access to the gym? That's a great question. Normally, as soon as you move in, your card has been granted access. It's not typically a lot sooner than that. If you are, as soon as you are taking classes, so if you're taking summer classes, then your card would be activated for summer class, for the summer term. If you're taking fall classes, then your card will be activated for the fall term. Yeah, of course. Thanks, Samantha.
I guess we can talk about maybe like costs associated with the gym. So like I mentioned, the gym is free for use. It's included in your tuition and fees. Carolyn and Kenya both mentioned some additional costs for group fitness or for outdoor recreation. The other thing that you can purchase is personal training. So we didn't talk about that a lot, but we do have personal training options available if that's something you're interested. And you would go to the Campus Rec website, you would set up a meeting with our personal trainer. You would do, I think it's about a 30-minute kind of get to know you session, and then you're able to purchase additional training sessions with this person one-on-one, and they would work on an individual exercise plan with you during your personal training sessions.
Yeah, thanks, Kaylee. We overlooked personal training and all of that. Carolyn, I saw your question. If anybody plays sports or interested in any sport clubs?
Yeah, I just threw that in there in case, because a lot of times people will mention it and I'm like, oh, I know him or I know her. So then I could just give you their number right now and it's super easy.
Yeah.
Or intramural sports, because we have a bunch of intramural sports too.
Yeah. How do you suggest for a general get to know the equipment when a new freshman who's shy? Yeah. Kaylee, do you want to talk a little bit about what that's like as far as from a fitness center perspective? And then we can also talk about it from a personal training perspective.
For sure. So from a gym perspective, facility attendant perspective, I think these videos are made public, but we do have unlisted YouTube videos on our website that show you each piece of equipment and how it works. It's a recorded video. We have someone talking you through how to use the equipment. If you notice, I'm wearing a Campus Rec polo. It is blue, but our facility attendants and supervisors have red shirts. And these are people who are trained. Either they have experience working out or they get even more in-depth training from us, and they know how to use the equipment. They can show you if you have questions. We also have workout pieces of paper that give you some ideas of what to do. You can, there's a lower body workout, there's upper body, there's just a general, and it'll show you what machines you can use to work out specific muscles. And then you can also just walk around, have a look. I would recommend before everyone moves back in and it's just the freshmen on campus, that's a great time to come into the gym because it is pretty much only freshmen. And for the most part, not a lot of people will know what to do, how to do it. And please don't ever feel embarrassed to ask somebody for help. I've worked at the gym since I was a sophomore, but working there my sophomore year, that was the most time I had ever spent in a gym. And a lot of the equipment looks intimidating, but once you see it used by other people, you kind of get the hang of it. It's also great to go in with a roommate or a suite mate or someone from a class that you know. It's always great to go as a pair. That way you have someone to encourage you and you have a buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, Kaylee. That was super helpful. Yeah, I would say just echoing all of our staff are incredibly easygoing and welcoming and have really one of the reasons we hired them into these jobs is because we think that they'll be very welcoming to anybody, no matter what the level is of their experience. So it's definitely one of our priorities to create a very welcoming space for everybody.
Oh, I can tackle that. Our gym hours. That's a great question. So this semester, our gym hours from Monday to Thursday, we are open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays, we are open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then our weekend hours are a little bit special. This semester, we're open from 10 a.m. to noon. 10 a.m. to noon, and then we close down and we're open from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We found that during COVID, the 12 to 4 hours, not many people came to the gym. So we gave our staff some time off in the middle of the day. But those hours are subject to change depending on what next semester will look like. And those hours are reflected on our website and also on our social media page a couple weeks before the semester starts. There will be a ton of information there that Jelly's amazing marketing team creates the graphics for.
Yeah, I'll just plug myself a little bit, our team a little bit, but we have a really cool social media. And if you want to check out some of the things that we have in store, like the different events that we have, or maybe even like the club sports, we definitely have all of that promoted on our social media. So definitely go take a look at that.
Yeah, they're doing sport clubs versus interns right now. So I know one of the interns does swim, but the other one wasn't a swimmer and they went to club swim and it looked really funny. Um, and then they did basketball and baseball. They're going through the club sports. It's interesting. So
It's a fun time.
Okay, so I did drop the Instagram handle one last time in the chat if you want to give us a follow. It is at UMW Campus Rec on all social media platforms.
Awesome. Anything else we can answer for you all while we're all here? If you think of something later, feel free to DM us or shoot us an email. I'll go ahead and, oh, thanks, Lisa. We look forward to meeting you in real life. I'll go ahead and drop my email address here. You all are welcome to email me anytime and reach out, or like I said, DM the Campus Rec Instagram. Jelly and her team will manage that as well. Or if you're on Facebook, you can message us there as well. And I guess I'll also put Campus Rec email address. So we have a group email that kind of goes to most of us. So if it's more of a group specific question, you can just email generally Campus Rec and we'll all get it. And then somebody will respond to your question pretty quickly there too.
Yes, and for the recorded people who aren't able to see this, the just general Campus Rec email is campusrec@umw.edu. If you don't have that
Awesome,
visual,
thanks.
to see what our email address is.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We'll hang here for a minute in case anybody has any other questions. And otherwise, I super appreciate meeting all of you all and look forward to meeting you in real life in the fall semester.
Thank you all so much.
Thanks, Sarah.